there's a need for us to be liberated. There's a need for us to be liberated from worldly affairs, canceling out and closing the door on the things that are not coming with us. As I talked to you guys earlier about the divide, this inevitable divide, it's really a thing right now. So obedience in that divide is what leads you into this liberation as well. And again, within this divide, there are a lot of people who are going to remain in the system of the old world, the old earth, previous paradigms that you are transcending, and so on, right? So as you ascend, as you level up, you're closer to your personal haven. It's really a glorious space. It's really a glorious space. And I feel like for some of us, doors are beginning to open. So you're going to see these opportunities begin to ground in your reality. You're going to see things shake up and shift in your life. And you being grounded and aware and cognizant of what's happening will keep you, will shelter you as you make your way. As you make your way. Also, there is an invitation to strengthen your discipline, your daily discipline. So for example, having a schedule, a daily schedule, in a sense of being more organized, because I'm hearing the organization is going to make more room. It's going to make more room for what? What is this that they're making more room for? Give me one moment. I want to get more detail on what this is that you're making more room. Okay, so the gifts that you're meant to receive, these gifts are rewards for your obedience, for your alignment. It's kind of like an upgrade. It's a system upgrade. You know, when you have a phone and there, you get the pop-up where it says it's time for an upgrade, it's time for a system upgrade. That's now. we're being encouraged to engage system upgrades. So withdraw from the conversations, the exchanges, the inundations of worldly things right now. Because what I do see, especially politically, or just with these conversations and exchanges that keep you in this system that is falling, it shows up as a ball and chain. So right now I'm finding the need to personally become more neutral, because I had feelings about, X, Y, and Z politically, for example. And what I'm seeing God say now is, okay, that has revealed something to you. You have garnered what you needed from that experience and from the work that you did. You've done everything within that space that you needed to. Don't get stuck there. Now it's time to neutralize, come out of that, the rat race, come out of the polarized way of thinking, come out of the emotionality of it all, and become neutral. And what I've been hearing God say all week is wisdom. Choose wisdom. Wisdom is detached observation. So in this temporary shelter, we're practicing all these things, right? We're calibrating. So come into wisdom, because you're going to need that for where you're going. And also it's going to allow you into that liberation, because you aren't stuck. You aren't operating in a system that's already outdated. It's already outdated. We've already shifted into a new arena of consciousness, and we're being called into it. The growth from that phase has already ensued. The seeds have already been planted, and now it's time to move on and move forward to the next level of thought, to the next level of being, to the next level of understanding. So neutralized wisdom. So this upgrade is made of material of the highest heavens. So the way that I interpret that, it's so beautiful. The way that I interpret that is the highest heavens. So you're coming into a phase in your life, a threshold, a mantle in your life that you have never been able to capture, that you have never been able to experience. This is part of the upgrade. There are new capabilities that are being presented for you. Again, for example, let's bring it back to the cell phone. When you upgrade a cell phone, you can do more. You have more opportunities. You have more that you can do with that device. Okay, so let's take it out of the technological perspective and now apply it to our lives. So the upgrade is going to allow for more, for that more that we talked about. Okay, let's keep going. I'm actually referring to Nehemiah. I'm reading from Nehemiah, and I was reading from Nehemiah because it was emphasizing the necessity for the temporary shelter, because it molds you. And in that molding process, there's momentum, there's movement, there's experience. And through that experience, there's wisdom that you gain. And then it's time to move on to the next phase, to the next space, to the next shelter of experience. And I love it. I love how they talk about it here in Nehemiah 8. It talks about Ezra reading the law, and it also talks about how the Israelites started to separate as a nation. So with that talks about the divide. And I turned right to this page again. I turned right to the page, and I've been picking it up intuitively. So we are meant to come into our own. And as we come into our own and make our way into this neutralized, detached wisdom, and we receive the upgrades because we are not pigeonholed with a ball and chain to systems that are falling, to ideologies that are falling or fallen, okay? We ascend. We naturally receive the upgrades. We receive them. You have to kind of dump the old programs. You dump the old programs and people, places, and things that are still locked into those programs, which, again, that's going to be a test for a lot of us because it won't be easy. So then we go back to the sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice? That was one of the questions that came up in our previous session, and it's still emanating in the energy. What are you willing to sacrifice here for your upgrade? I'm hearing the word denial. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I feel like it's for someone in particular. They're saying, please don't deny what needs to be done. Don't deny what needs to be done. And you've come very close to something before, but denial kind of sabotaged it. Denial pulled you away or pulled you back is what I just heard. That could be for someone very specific. Let me turn to another page here though. So the upgrade, moving on from the temporary shelter, understanding its value and what it's provided you with thus far. It's time to up level. Coming from injustice to justice, coming from imbalance to balance, coming from poor to rich, coming from downtrodden to uplifted and exalted, coming from combativeness to peace, grace. This is lush. This is lush land. And you're arriving. You are arriving. What are you willing to do to become whole? I see someone here who's playing multiple sides for the sake of peace amongst a group of people or whoever. But what's happening with that energy is it's dispersed in fragments. You become fragmented in your consciousness because that takes a lot of energy. That takes attention. That takes you. It takes part of you. So withdraw from the fragmented aspect of who you were and bring the pieces back together, understanding what you must do to become whole. That may involve this divide. Detaching from your former self and the opinions and thoughts and ideas and insecurities that came along with that former self. and then the people, places, and things that came with that former self, and so on, right? So you understand what I'm saying? We're now being asked in this temporary shelter as we transition to make ourselves whole. A solution to that is, as I said, withdrawing into detached wisdom, which is observation in stillness, objective observation. Just be the witness. So temporary shelter, you guys, buckle up, get ready. It's about to get real. It's about to get really, really real. So I love you guys. That's what I have for you today. If you are interested in working with me, do email me, let me know. You can also book your sessions over in the shop. I look forward to checking in with you all soon. I love you guys. Enjoy your weekend, okay? It's a beautiful time to be alive. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.